Hi guys, Django here, and welcome to episode 5 of All the Mods 8. There are a couple directions I want to head. One is storage, one is power. Both of those we need pretty badly to progress. I think we're going to go for Mekanism and getting started there and get some power and some of the other cool stuff that Mekanism gives us. Stick around. As a recap, last time we set up this ore doubler system, and I moved things around. If you watched the last episode, you'll notice this is a little different. I rearranged the fan so it blows lengthwise along that belt. So it cooks things as they're moving down the belt, speeds things up just a little bit. It's also a little neater, cleaned it up a bit. Starting this right here, we're not going to do this today, but this is filling up really quickly with all our doubled ores. I want to set up some compacting here, but we'll do that at another time. We streamed this world, set up a enchanting table. If you want to catch our streams, they're on Twitch TV/Jangro. Mostly on streams, we do adventuring stuff. And let me show you some of what we discovered. I set up these water elevator here. Oh, way down here, you can see ahead of me on the mini map what we're approaching. This crazy underground structure, this dungeon of sorts. And it is loaded with these spawners. There's a whole bunch of these ones right here that have these zombies loaded with armor, diamond armor, and tools, which is pretty great. So it made me want to be able to get these things. I don't have any silk touch yet. I'm not even sure if silk touch can break a spawner in this, but there is a great way to get spawners, and that's with a cardboard box, and we get that with Mekanism. So that's why, since we need power, there's lots of ways to get power in this mod pack. Mekanism is a good way to do it. Nice passive power from Mekanism, so we don't have to burn through resources. And Mekanism allows us to make sawdust, which lets us make cardboard boxes, which is what we can use to get spawners. The other thing we discovered when we were streaming is a deep dark. So down here, this structure continues down here. I don't know if this is a different structure or a new one, but more of these same spawners, but lots of nether stuff. So that's pretty neat. And down here is, way down deep, is the deep dark. I cleared out a bunch of the skulk, which you get XP for if you break it with a hoe. But there are shriekers down here that I have not dealt with. I think that's a catalyst. That's a shrieker down there. You see that? I think if we make any more noise, these sensors will trigger, that shrieker will scream, and we're gonna get the warden. You know what? Let's do it. We got an escape hatch. If I break a bunch of this skulk. Yep, where is he? I don't know if that meant he's here. I've never taken on a warden, and I don't feel prepared to right now. Should we take our chances? Let's grab some more of this. We get a bunch of XP from that. Hey, it's a diamond. I do have a Fortune 3 pick. If you sneak, if you're not familiar, there's another shrieker over there. If you sneak, you will avoid setting off any sounds. This is amazing. Okay, let's get out of here. So no mobs are supposed to spawn in the deep dark, but I guess these friendly guys can. I forget what that's called. They're really hard to catch, but if you can and kill them, you can get what they're carrying. That's a tortoise. We can mine what's on them, but I'm not going to do that. Certainly not for some copper. Sometimes they have diamonds and other stuff. Okay, we're out. And here we are, back to the elevators. Back home again. Right up here and down under here, I dug out this big area here where we're going to set up our storage, big area for storage and Mekanism. And like I said, we'll get started on Mekanism first. Speaking of storage, quickly, this is really amazing. There's so much loot and so many ores to get that I just can't survive without a backpack. And if we hit B, I had to remap something because there's conflicts. And I've upgraded this backpack to gold. you start out with a regular backpack right here. It's really easy to make. You just need some string and leather and a chest, and you can make this backpack. Then you can upgrade it to iron and to gold and then to diamond. And mine is a gold backpack. I also found this pickup upgrade in a loot chest somewhere, which causes it, whenever I mine something, it puts it in this backpack. So here's the diamonds I mined a little bit earlier. And so it automatically just puts stuff in your backpack, and it's so easy. It's really cool. Definitely get yourself a backpack. You can stick it in your back slot. You can also put it on the ground, and it like works like a chest, which I assume you could put it on a hopper or something and pull the stuff out of it. Really great. Something else I learned is that you can upgrade it while it has stuff in it. So that was something that was concerning to me, but we gave it a test, and it will upgrade and maintain its contents. So you don't have to worry about that. All right, let's get started on some Mekanism. Let's take a quick look at our quest book. As you can see here, we've been doing some stuff here and getting some more quests out of the way. That was during the stream. We killed a lot of mobs. Oh, and I did get these backpack tasks done. Iron and gold backpacks. We talked about that just a second ago. These are all the storage things we want to do. Functional storage is where we want to head, but that'll be maybe next time. Right now, let's look at, I haven't even done these getting started quests. We've done most of this stuff, and power is where we want to head. Mystical agriculture is another area I want to go in, but Mekanism, technology, Mekanism. Now the Mekanism path, it's pretty big, and this is what we're going to do today, this stuff up here. The start of our own factory. Get some free osmium. That's cool. But we've got a whole bunch of osmium. And once we smelt that, we're going to get some osmium, and then we're going to make a heat generator and get some power. Like I said, my goal is to get some sawdust. So we put the osmium in here. It's going to go through, come out the other end, get smelted. There it is. But we've got a whole bunch of osmium in here. Well, not a whole bunch, because I've been compacting it manually into these blocks. So I'll grab this osmium block here, because we're just going to need a bunch of osmium. And with that osmium, the first thing we're going to want to make is a heat generator. The heat generator is really easy to make. We just need an osmium ingot, some iron, and furnace, copper, and planks. We've got some copper in here, and we'll need a few furnaces. Let's make a couple of heat generators. I think we've got everything else. Okay. There's 2 heat generators. Now, if we put down one of these heat generators quickly, we look inside it, we can fill it with some sort of fuel, and it burned it and made a tiny bit of energy from it. That's the wrong way to use a heat generator. The right way to use a heat generator is with buckets of lava surrounding it. So we'll grab a bucket from here, and let's get our heat generator. Right down here is the other end of this cavern I wanted to carve out. Let's put our power over here. So what we want to do is surround our heat generators with lava. So we just dig around it like this. And we put a source block of lava right on top of it like this. That's going to flow around it. And if we look inside, just the lava being on the outside of it is starting to fill it up. And we can see here that it's generating 29.5 forge energy units per tick. And the more sides we have touching lava, which is 5 out of the 6 sides right now, the more it will generate. We can't do the 6th side because we need to connect stuff to it. But there's a way to sneakily get that 6th side as a boost. So let's go get one more bucket of lava. And so if we shift, sneak, right click, does that not work anymore? Where did it go? That used to work. Let's take this thing off the top. I guess that doesn't work anymore. You used to be able to lava log the heat generator, but I haven't done this in 1.19, so maybe that doesn't work anymore. If you know something about that, drop a comment. Let me know. Let me know what's up. So maybe this is as good as we can do. But we can put the next generator down, which ended up in my backpack, probably. There it is. We'll put that right here. And this one, see how it's producing just a little bit because it's only got one side. But we just need to get one more bucket. And there we go. This is going to be enough power to get us started. Okay, now we have 2 heat generators. Let's check our quest book. So we got the osmium. We've made a heat generator. And the next thing we want to do is make a metallurgic infuser, which is useful for a lot of reasons. And we are headed toward... I don't even see it here. It's not even here. But we want to make a sawmill right here. Precision sawmill, which is easy to make. We just need steel casing, iron ingots, infused alloy, which we need to make in a metallurgic infuser with some redstone in there. So that's where we're going to go next. Now, Mekanism makes it really easy to make steel, which is an important metal for immersive engineering. And it's pretty complicated to make with immersive engineering, but it's really easy to make with Mekanism. So let's look up metallurgic infuser. Really easy. Again, we need a couple more furnaces, redstone, osmium. So we'll check in our backpack. We've got this stuff. We've got redstone. We've got cobblestone for some furnaces. Need some more iron. Easy. What is going on here? JEI is apparently confused, but it's actually there. We just can't see it. Okay. So now we're going to put these down here and here. These are getting powered by those 2 generators behind it. Eventually we'll make some pipes and cables, so we'll be able to spread this stuff out and power it and don't have to have them connected directly to the generators, but we need to progress a little farther to accomplish that. We need some carbon source. So we need some coal. So you put a fuel source in the metallurgic infuser, or the infusing source. You can put redstone in there, you can put coal in there, and you just stick it in there and it fills up this repository for carbon. So let's put a good amount in there, not too much, because there's a way to get more efficient carbon sources. So we'll just start with, this is how you make steel. So the iron ingot turns into enriched iron, and we grab the enriched iron out of here and we put it in another carbon metallurgic infuser. And we take this enriched iron and put it in another metallurgic infuser with carbon, and it turns it into steel dust. Let's get a little bit more. Once we get some item pipes, we'll be able to make the connection between these 2 machines and automate this process even better. But just about everything needs steel casing, which requires 4 steel and some glass. Let's grab that and get it smelted. And we can just kind of stick it on the belt here. And there's our steel. That was good for a quest. So again, a sawmill needs a steel casing, basic control circuits, infused alloy. Basic control circuits is osmium in a redstone infuser, and basic control circuits is steel in that same infuser. So we need basic cable so we can add more machines to our simple power system. So now we can move these things. If we connect power cable here and here, and here, now we can put these machines right here. With Mekanism, you can link machines together, configure their inputs and outputs. So here's our enriched iron in here. This is empty. And we can configure the different sides. So the output is configured on the right side, but eject is off, so we need to turn it on. And then the stuff will automatically get pushed into this infuser. That's pretty neat. Let's get ourselves a crafting table down here so we can avoid running up and down the stairs. We need 1 more infuser for redstone. Okay, so now we have an infuser right here, and we're going to put redstone in this one. And if we put iron in here. This is going to turn into an advanced alloy, infused alloy. And if we put osmium in here, we're going to get the basic control circuit. So let's make a spot right here, put another power thing down. Okay. Now we've got simple circuits, and we're going to make a sawmill. Need a steel casing. And a sawmill. Now these things are going to start to use up a lot of power. Sawmills, I think, are pretty power hungry. So now if we put logs in here, let's not put all the logs. It's noisy. We're going to get 6 instead of 4. And sometimes we're going to get sawdust. So this is a more efficient way to make planks out of logs. And while that's doing that, let's take a look at the enrichment chamber, which is this right here. So we need some more, basically the same recipe. So we need these, and we got our infused alloy. We might need a couple more. We have steel dust. Let's get this cooking. Just like that, we've got steel. And now we can make our steel casing. And we can make an enrichment chamber. And we'll put this one right over here. We're going to want to move these things around, but this is a great way to just kind of optimize use of these basic cables. Okay, so now in an enrichment chamber, if we put redstone in here, it turns one redstone into an enriched redstone. And we can do the same thing with coal. And now this enriched redstone is the same as 8 redstones. So if we put a single redstone in here, it's got 10 now. And now it's got 20. But this is going to be 8 times 80. And now we're up to 100. So we got 8 out of 1 redstone by enriching it. And the same thing with carbon. And now we can put this carbon in here. So you never want to put just regular redstone and regular coal into these metallurgic infusers unless you really have to. The enrichment chamber does other things as well, like it starts us off with ore doubling. A diamond ore in there will give you 2. And it will double any ores. So if you get a silk touch, if you get some ore, it makes 2 dusts. But now we don't get these anymore unless we have silk touch. So it's easier to get fortune, break these things when you're mining them. But if you can get these things, you can start a doubling process or more, triple, quadruple, with Mekanism. And that becomes useful when we're automating getting those ores, and we can run those through a process like that. We got no dust. I was really unlucky. If we look at sawdust, there's supposed to be a 25% chance to get sawdust. There we go, we got one. Now, in order for this to be productive, we're going to need the wood to come out of here. So we can just put a chest down, I think, and output to the right. And it's going to go into the chest right here. And we'll be right back for that sawdust. Okay, here we are back again. I put some more logs in here, and we've got a bunch of sawdust now. So that's great. And planks. So now if we put them in that configuration, we get a cardboard box. So we've got 3 of them. Now, if you are in any of these structures, like we did in our stream yesterday, just carry these cardboard boxes around with you instead of trying to torch the place up. And if you have enough cardboard boxes, you can very easily take care of any spawners. I'll show you how. Okay, so you have a spawner. You just right-click it with a cardboard box. And you can do this with just about anything. You can do it with a chest to move stuff around. And now we just break the spawner. And we can pick them up. And now we have cardboard boxes with spawners in them. And we can take them home, set up a mob spawner. How about that? So when you are looting structures that you know there's going to be mob spawners, and in this pack, all these structures are loaded with spawners. Just bring cardboard boxes with you. Easy peasy. And then to take whatever it is you have in a box, you just put it down and right click on it. Shift right click on it. And there you go. Here's our empty cardboard box again. And let's break it. All right, let's do this for the fun of it. Let's pile up our empty cardboard, our full cardboard boxes right here, full of spawners. Hopefully nobody shift right clicks on any of those. Okay, let's take a look at our quests. So the Metallurgic Infuser we did. We made a basic control circuit. We made infused alloy. We made an enrichment chamber. And we enriched stuff. Also made steel. Lots of free stuff here. And we made universal cable. Is that it? And we went down this power path here and made a heat generator. You do not need a coal generator. Let's sleep and get rid of this horrible sound. All right, so wrap things up. Let's take a look at the quest book. I'm interested to see what they're telling us to do next. Osmium Compressor and Energized Smelter, obvious things. Some other cool stuff here is the jetpack, the atomic disassembler, the configurator we'll need pretty soon. Things are all, jetpacks are super useful. They don't have free runners, which are boots that are basically feather falling infinite, but we'll want to get those too. Digital miner, cool stuff here. We'll also want to do some power storage. So let's quickly make an energized smelter to wrap up the episode. So what do we need for that? We're out of glass. Let's go see what we've got up here. Any glass left? We do have some glass. Nice. And we do have steel, so we can make our steel casing. Okay. And we've got an energized smelter. Let's look at upgrading these things as well. So if we take an energized smelter and add these things to it, we can make a basic smelting factory. So most machines can upgrade like this: basic, advanced, elite, and ultimate. And we're going to need just a couple more basic circuits and we can upgrade this thing, and you'll see why, because it's really useful. And we need some osmium in a redstone infuser. Let's enrich some redstone. And now we can make the basic smelting factory. So before we do that, let's take a look at just the regular smelter. It does one thing. It uses power just like the other machines. But if we upgrade it like this, and we get a basic smelting factory, and we'll put it right here. We'll see why in a second. It does 3 things in parallel. Now it's going to use 3 times the power. So with our 2 generators, we're not going to be able to do too much, but this is a steel factory right here. So we just take this and we set it to auto eject. It's going to automatically take care of that. And if we then put some iron in here, it's then going to send the dust into this one, which it doesn't have any carbon yet. Put the enriched carbon in here. This will infuse the enriched iron into steel dust, which will automatically send it over to the smelting factory. And at the same time, we can also smelt other stuff, like this. Although we don't want to do that because we need to double it. Quickly check our quests. We made a smelter. All right, let's make the Osmium Compressor. We need 2 advanced control circuits, which means I think we've got what we need. Osmium Compressor. These are made with infused alloy and basic circuits. We need 2 of those. There's another quest done. Steel casing, we can do that. And we just need another bucket, which we can do. There we go. We've got an osmium compressor just like that. We can tuck this right here down the line, power it. Now an osmium compressor is kind of like an infuser, a metallurgic infuser. It just takes osmium. And with an osmium compressor, we can infuse refined obsidian dust and glowstone dust. And we get refined obsidian or refined glowstone. And these things are great because we can make refined obsidian tools and armor, and they're pretty powerful. However, to make refined obsidian, we need to make dust. Refined obsidian dust. To get that, we can make this in if we take obsidian dust and put it in a metallurgic infuser with diamond dust, we can get refined obsidian dust. So we're not quite ready to go there with our obsidian dust yet. To get obsidian dust, we just put obsidian in the enrichment chamber and we'll get obsidian dust. So I think we'll wrap it up here. This is this is like the quick start mechanism right here. We've done a whole bunch of stuff, made a whole bunch of machines, made power, metallurgic infusers, enrichment chambers, sawdust, to make cardboard boxes, which was my ultimate goal for this episode. We've upgraded our smelter there to a basic one, and we've got an osmium compressor. Get our last quest here. The osmium compressor. So that is a whole bunch of progress in Mekanism right there. Maybe next time we'll get some jetpacks. Oh, we got this too. Jetpacks are not too far away. That's going to do it. If you like the video, please subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.